Relief. You two take care of labor.
Only intended for a plane cut.
You don't want to die of cold. Toll free.
$100,000 piano.
$100,000 piano. That's nice.
For a man who already has a piano. And they're going to ship that thing overseas.
Yeah, if he wins. Yeah.
He wins.
Yeah, when he wins, they're going to ship it overseas.
When Derek Hardman wins, they're going to ship a $100,000 piano overseas.
Yeah.
To Blaine, Minnesota.
I mean, the fact that they bought the $100,000 piano makes shipping seem trivial.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because I don't think, I'd be surprised if shipping was...
Well, think about it, because I think the piano that he has right now is, I want to say it's like it's an Asian piano, Asian-built piano. I want to say it's like
Yamaha?
a Vietnamese. No.
It's like a Yamaha...
No.
Like a keyboard? Like
That'd be really funny if they were all competing for like a really tiny like Yamaha keyboard that goes doot 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 doot.
Wait, this
You
thing
can
has
get some
weighted keys?
Get some sick beats going on here.
Yeah. The Asian kid from School of Rock is there. He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back to the motherfucking page.
Welcome back, you dirty daddies. Dirty daddies.
Dirty.
I've been thinking about this for a while. What does it mean to be a granddaddy? Have we really thought about that? Because we kind of just came up with a name on the spot, right?
To be a granddaddy?
I think it's one of those things that once you define it, it loses its meaning. Kind of like carte blanche.
Well, you fucked your son's mom. That's cool. So...
That's granddaddy energy.
I'm making my father a granddaddy. To me,
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
Why does that sound dirty?
Because it
Sorry, I
means you
shut my
fucked
mouth,
your
my God.
dad's mom.
Yeah.
No,
I'm going to make you a granddaddy. Daddy.
I think it's
Sounds
the end.
kinda
I think
raunchy.
it's calling your dad daddy.
That's what it is. It's the daddy aspect.
Do you say you love you to your dad?
I mean it in like the aspect of, I do say I love you to my dad.
I do too. I said it today.
Did you?
I said it today as well.
You said love you, buddy. And I said love you too, daddy.
Oh, daddy, though.
Love you too, daddy.
You always hope that's like your last words to your father
Love you, daddy.
before he hits the ground. You know what I mean?
I think so many last words are, oh, shit, fuck. I think, honestly, that's probably a lot of
Like their last words?
I think even if somebody's... No, I think a lot of last words to somebody are, oh, shit.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or like, fuck, I'm dying. Like,
Yeah.
or I don't want to die. And then they fucking
You
died.
probably heard more last words than any of us, Joe.
I've heard a lot of last words, and none of them are cool. None of them have been cool. They've all been on the verge of psychosis. I think people forget that if you're actually dying in a hospital bed, rarely are you dying holding people's hands. You're dying with an EKG monitor on, surrounded by people you don't know, doctors.
Needles poking all over your arms. And
It's
hands.
code blue. They're trying to get an arterial stick on you, and you're dying in a fit of insanity.
Yeah.
And, often the people aren't actually in their head when they're doing it. They're either unconscious, and so their last words were like, oh, I'm done with this tray. And that was their last words. Or
Jordan Peterson is Jordan Peterson's on his like last, just giving his last words.
relativism is not the answer.
I don't even know what a trans person is. and then he just goes.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of last words don't make any sense. I think oftentimes it's just like it's hullabaloo. It's purely just hullabaloo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. I mean, everyone.
We're on auto-tune, I just realized.
Ooh,
God damn it.
Yeah, we are.
Let's go. I kind of like it.
You kind of like
There we go. It's off.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it was off the whole time. Yeah, we're not going to sing anymore, but it was off the whole time.
Did you actually just turn it off?
Yeah, I had the auto-tune and the shaper on.
Is that new? What happened? Is that always happened to feature?
Yeah, there's auto-tune. There's
You've always
a
been
lot
able
of
to use
features.
auto-tune on this?
Yeah, you can. Oh, you can do auto tune.
Busting that out, episode 18.
Yeah, just have like a track going, and we're just doing auto tune. We're trying to freestyle.
That'd be kind of cool. You guys have done that already.
We have.
We had a jam.
Yeah.
Dude, we should just put that at the end of an episode. It's great jam.
It's a great jam.
It's
I will
shocking.
put. I will put it at the end of this episode. But
All right.
yeah, you were in Ohio, and me and Ryan just got really, really drunk, and we're just jamming.
yeah. It sounded really
We
good.
thought we were gonna do an episode. We ended up just like fucking jamming on his guitar and just like talking about music and shit.
Your voice is
It's
incredible
incredible, yeah.
for blues.
Yeah,
It's the
Yeah,
soul
Dude,
that
dude,
just radiates
dude.
off
I think.
of your voice.
I think
was
in a
amazing.
past life, I was black.
Yeah.
I think you're black. I think you're black
was a
now.
Black man.
I think you are a black man.
No, you do have a voice for the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of the blues, I saw Sinners a few nights ago. Great movie.
very black movie.
Very black movie.
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, is he a black guy?
Yeah, he's a black guy. He directed Black Panther.
Yes. Yep.
And if you want to go back to like I think 2012, 2013, he directed what is it? Fruitvale Station.
Okay.
It's about a guy, a black man. It's a true story. It's about a black man that got shot on the subway by a police officer. And one of his last words was, "The fuck, man, I got kids," and then he just died.
Yeah. Yeah. That's common.
Yeah,
that's
because
like-
the officer thought he had a weapon because he was pulling something out of his sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Shot him.
What was he pulling out of his sweatshirt? A weapon. A gun. Just an RPG.
A gun.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's tough.
Jesus.
That's tough. I've never heard of that movie. Sinners?
Sinners, yeah.
It's the newest thing. It's made a shitload of money right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about how the evil Irishmen come and kill a bunch of black people. The rotten
Yeah, they're
Irish.
the Irishmen are vampires though.
Oh, wow. It's a
Yep.
vampire movie.
Yep, and they come with their like Mumford and Sons music, and they're like, "Let us in your bar, hardy, hardy, hardy."
Is this a,
No, I watched like the trailer, and I kind of summed it up in
is
my
this a
head.
Jordan
Okay,
Peele?
yeah.
Is this a
I've seen a
Jordan-
lot of clips from it too.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. There's
Yeah.
a lot of singing in it.
And then
It is.
Michael
like
B.
a
Jordan
musical.
and his other twin, Michael B. Jordan, is standing there, and they're like, "We're not gonna let you in, you white folk, and something ain't right about y'all."
And something's not right about
Yep.
them. They walk around playing music and saying like, "We can all just love one another, can't
Yep.
we, brother?"
Yeah, like some very like some Manson type shit.
There's one scene in it that's one of the coolest scenes I've seen in many years. There's a really cool scene in it.
Spoiler alert.
I want to see it.
I kind of want to say it, but I don't want to spoil it.
It's been out for how long? Just
It's been out for about a month and a half, 2 months.
That's too soon.
2
That's,
months.
that's too soon, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it just has to do with a huge dancing and singing part that is cool as hell.
Damn.
Yep.
It's really cool.
Because they got like a secret like blues and like jazz club like going on in like this
Okay, I dig it.
in this very cool like ramshackle like little house that they got. And yeah, the Irishmen are trying to get in, and it's very classic vampire. It's like you have to they always, you know how like the legends say is that you have to invite a vampire has to be invited in.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. Like they have to be invited into the club.
But they make you want to invite them in.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they kind of charm
I'm
them a
really
little
good at
bit.
that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's still them. It's still their body.
Yep.
And they still have their memories and stuff. So they're like, baby, let me in. I don't want to be
You
out here.
know me.
Baby, let me in.
Yes. Yes, I see.
Yeah. And like speaking their own
I just saw the
language
clip
and
with
stuff.
there's a character named Cornbread, I believe.
Mhm.
He's the big fat guy in overalls. He's a Farmer Brown looking guy. You know what I mean?
I see.
And he's all like, he's standing in the doorway, and he's like, "So y'all gonna let me in?" He's like, I can't be let in unless I'm invited. They're like, "Cornbread, you ain't never had to let you know what I mean?" They're
Yeah.
like,
You've been in and out all night, baby. What are you doing?
what do you mean we
Oh,
gotta
I see.
invite you in? So they knew something was up.
What am I doing? I'm a polite man. Just
Yeah.
let me back in. Just let me back in. Cornbread, you just were in here. Let me back in. I am trying to get inside.
Yep.
So does there have to be a specific phrase like "you can come in," or what if they're like, "Yeah,
No,
go for it"?
All it is.
Basically,
what if you just say go for
It's
it?
just the notion. Just the notion of like,
Yeah, come here. You
come on.
don't have, you can just gesture it even.
yeah, it's just you can just do this. Yeah, come on.
Wow. Okay.
There's a Netflix series on Dracula that's just like that too. Like Dracula's trying to get into like this nun's coventry, but there's like a gate, and he's at the gate, and he's just like, ah! Like just like kind of like a dog, basically. Like,
I'm not gonna let that guy in.
Yeah. Where do you think that came from? That you have to allow
and the nuns are wise enough to be like, don't let him in.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of the same with like demons, with like possessions. You have to kind of allow the demon.
The
in.
Ouija board, yeah. You
The
have to,
Ouija board,
You
you have
leave
to be
yourself
in it.
vulnerable for
Yeah.
them to possess you.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the same concept. I mean, didn't like the look of vampires come from just that progeria disease?
Yeah, I think so.
maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe where it comes from.
Yeah, sharp teeth.
What's the progeria disease?
You know what it's called? It's you don't have pores. You have sharp teeth.
Ectoplasma
You
dysplasia.
Yeah. That exactly.
Exactly,
yeah.
Yeah.
What's progeria?
I don't know. You said it.
No, I know I said it, but I thought that's what it was called. I wonder what progeria is.
I don't know. You guys have the smartphones. I'm recording.
Is that some sort of because a lot of like the vampire stuff, maybe zombie stuff, a lot of that stuff, that lore came from inbreeding.
Oh
And, like,
yeah.
people that look weird
Yeah.
as fuck from inbreeding.
Yeah, and like
so maybe
like- yeah.
progeria is something from like an inbred disease.
I don't know why I think it's called progeria. I wonder what that is. There's also like lycanthropy, which is the werewolf thing.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
And you can grow hair all over your face
Yep.
and
Yep.
that's
yep.
I feel like
And it comes with delusions too.
oh
It comes with it. People actually try and hunt and eat people.
yeah, what are the benefits? Being a vampire seems so much better than being a werewolf. What are like the concrete benefits of being a werewolf?
Benefits of being a werewolf?
Yeah, like extremely high T and
You can sleep outside in any weather
Does
condition.
it? Does being a werewolf
that's great.
affect,
but that's
affect
like,
you every other day
it's
of the
like a
month?
homeless guy.
Yeah.
Does it? Are there impacts on your everyday person
But you're comfortable homeless.
while not being a werewolf?
Are there what?
I mean, if you're a werewolf, are you only impacted by being the werewolf on those days?
Yeah, it's like
Under
the full moon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't
So
just,
that's kind of nice.
Does it not have? I mean, wouldn't it make you a little bit more gritty? Like you said, more tea.
Well,
Away
yeah,
from-
high T, high T.
High
You'd be
tea.
super
Fully
jacked.
tea.
You'd be super jacked
Yeah, you
immediately.
don't
And
almost
that's
have to
cool.
be.
But the vampires live forever.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Mm.
And you can just kill yourself when you want. You can just fall on a stick.
And they're done, right?
Yeah, and they die. Or you
Then
can just
why-
walk out into
wait,
the sunlight.
Wait. Then, so they can live forever. They're like those lobsters, right? That can live forever until something happens to them.
Yeah, vampires. Yeah,
So they
they live forever.
They
Yep.
rely on some sort of trauma to kill them.
They live forever.
Uh,
They have no reflection.
Yeah, garlic hurts them. Silver bullets can kill them, and a wooden stake through
Wooden
the heart
stake through the heart kills them.
Kills them.
Sunlight
kills them.
kills them.
Yep.
So that's I mean, they can live forever, but man, your chances are low.
Yeah,
of
I mean, you can't go in
surviving
the
like
sunlight.
a month.
Yeah.
I would hate to be a vampire because you never know how fucked up you look in the morning.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah.
have to like have someone else watch you who's a vampire and just have their word for it.
Oh, for like doing your hair and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah,
You have to like have someone you trust. Like if you had like a friend, your friend would fuck you over every time.
Vampires are always like
Like, you look great,
bisexual.
bro.
You
you look
need
great.
you need a social
Yeah.
worker, honestly.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
you
some
would.
sort of case manager.
You would never know if you had a dick drawn on your face the night before or not either.
You could have it for like years.
Yeah.
You
Or,
can
like,
have it for
terrible.
centuries, dude.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You never know.
Because what's their cellular turnover rate? Like, I know they heal really fast. So
Yep.
Maybe probably high then.
yeah,
So that
probably.
dick probably might not last. A dick on with Sharpie written on your face,
that might last just a little bit.
a little bit.
It's a damn shame.
Vampires
They have a
are-
tough break.
They're
Tough
pretty
break.
gay. Vampires are always portrayed as being like very loose and kind of gay.
That's
Is
just
that
because
just
they're very,
Twilight?
like,
Is that
sexual.
just Twilight?
That's
that
just
does that?
Twilight. I
Not-
think that's just
I
Twilight.
think that's the modern vampire.
And sinners. I mean, sinners. They're all kind of hot, gay.
Gay.
Yeah,
That-
they?
I think that's
They're all
just
kinda
the-
hot
I
and
think
gay.
that's the modern vampire.
it's the modern vampire. Well,
There's
Dracula is very
there's
sexual.
been a sexification.
Well,
of vampires.
Nosferatu was an ugly looking motherfucker.
That's
if you
what
ever
I'm
saw that
thinking of,
movie,
yeah.
he was ugly.
Yeah.
Is Nosferatu a vampire or like a helper? Or is he the?
I don't know what
Is
a helper-
Nosferatu the helper of Dracula?
He's like a male succubus who like.
So that sounds gay.
That's gay. A male succubus is
Did
gay.
you watch Nosferatu, the new one,
No,
the remake?
no.
No.
But
With
isn't that
Lily Rose Depp?
Dracula?
No,
He
That's-
basically is Dracula.
Right.
I mean,
and is Nosferatu his name before he becomes Dracula?
He fucks her while
I
she's.
think this is a different vampire. I
he,
think
he
they're
like
different.
she thinks she's having dreams, but he like fucks her like in her sleep basically, and he's like, "You will be my bride,"
Yeah, they're always
and he basically
Transylvanian.
possesses her.
Yeah.
Where is Transylvania?
Transylvania probably.
Romania, I believe, right?
You say Romanium?
I thought it was Romania.
I would believe it. Transylvania and Romania.
It's a city in Romania.
My brother-in-law is Romanian.
My soon-to-be sister-in-law is Romanian.
Oh, cool. So she'll
They
know where
probably know each
Transylvania is.
They probably do. It's pretty small. Yeah.
A pretty
Small world out there.
Small village. Small village.
I've heard that Romania is really nice. I've heard good things
I-
about
have I?
Romania.
So I-
They all come from the same small village in Romania,
Transylvania.
where Dracula takes his pickings every year, and they just have to like cross the population off with chalk. They're like, oh no, Olaf got the 8th again this year, and oh no. There's like 18 guys named Olaf.
And then I think it's a new thing: werewolves and vampires fighting.
Yeah,
Do they
Like,
fight each
that
other?
feels
in things?
Twilight-y.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that feels maybe.
Wait,
strictly
that is
what-
Twilight.
was there a werewolf in Twilight?
yeah,
I've never seen Twilight.
Jacob, the tan looking Taylor
Oh,
Lautner.
so Jacob was the werewolf. I thought they were both
Yeah,
vampires.
There was a whole clan of them, dude.
Damn.
And they were all like Pacificer, like Islander looking. They were all like
So
Hawaiian.
that's why it
basically.
was. Wait, it was Jacob
The
versus.
clan thing is cool.
Yeah.
Being in a clan.
Who was the other guy?
They all wore like torn jean shorts, and they all
Oh.
had like washboard abs,
Yeah.
and they were all like cliff diving.
It's like two different versions of hot. If you're a
Yeah.
vampire, you're hot in like a metrosexual way.
Yes.
If you're a werewolf, you're hot in like a very burly
burly
kind
masculine
of
way.
dog
Yeah.
bear way.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. So it was okay. It was what was his name?
Jacob.
versus
Edward.
Jacob versus Edward. Yeah.
And
Edward.
Edward was the vampire.
He's the vampire.
Yep.
So this is starting to make sense to me now. It only took
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I saw the
Jesus
last
Christ,
Twilight.
20 years. Has it been 20 years?
Probably.
Twilight?
I don't know.
Yeah, because the last one came out when we were in high school. I mean, the last one came out when we were in probably like 10th
I
grade.
want to say 2008, 2009 era.
The last one?
No, like the beginning series.
That's the one that came
The
out.
movies.
Yep. And then like
What about the books?
The books, dude.
the books? Probably came out back in like 2005.
That's
Yeah,
20
probably.
years, bro.
That's more than
That is 20
yeah.
years. Yeah, you got a point. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Those are big books, too. And it's like smut.
Yeah, you're right. They were.
All girl books are just
Stephanie
smut.
Meyer?
Stephanie Meyer, yeah.
Hot take.
Yep. She's out of
Yeah.
her goddamn mind, dude.
Yeah, you know a lot about this. You know a lot about this.
I grew up with sisters.
He
bro.
ghost wrote
Yeah.
the books.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool. Yeah.
I ghost wrote. for Twilight.
Ghost wrote Twilight.
Have you guys thought about that? That like all the books girls are really into are just like smut.
That's such a hot take,
Kind
man.
of.
It's such a
That's why they're into like
generalization,
50 Shades.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Twilight is smut.
though. Sure.
Twilight is
Sure.
like hot metrosexual guy versus
Yeah.
hot lumberjack guy.
Yep.
50 Shades of Grey, hot billionaire who beats you. There's a big one right now that girls are reading, City of Ashes or something like that.
The Notebook was a book too. Yeah.
It was City of something. Yeah,
Okay.
smut.
City of
Totally-
Smut.
Totally smut.
So you have Transylvanian smut.
Yeah, yeah. It's all it is. It's international smut.
Hannah Montana. Smut. It's all smut.
Smut. How old was she?
Miley Cyrus now.
Yeah. Can we legally? No. Then can we say that's smut on air?
Wasn't
For
she like
chicks?
16?
I think she was young. I think
Yeah,
I think
wasn't
she
she?
was
You
young.
probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
What do you mean we probably should?
She might have been 18
Maybe I don't know. When what? During
when it was playing.
Well, probably towards the end she was 18.
Well, we were the age that like all those
Oh,
girls
no,
were
no, 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 no,
hot.
no, no, no.
And
She
it's
was-
okay because
that
we were
was
young
like
too.
the
Yeah.
like the iCarly era.
She was hot.
Yep.
She was so
The
hot.
Drake and Josh era.
Yeah.
What other shows? Zach and Cody.
Oh, they were hot,
The twin brothers.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they were older than us at the time. Well, they still are, but they were at the time.
Are they? I think they're like
No, they're
31.
older than us.
Are they?
A little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, 31 is older than us.
Because they
Yeah, I mean, about a little
they
bit. Like months.
they played the little kid in Big Daddy too.
Mm-hmm.
You ever
That's
seen
right.
Big Daddy? That Sandler movie.
They
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
did,
that's a good one.
right?
Yep, they both did. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Sonny.
Yep, Sonny.
Uh,
I wipe my own ass.
old balls. Guys got
Yeah,
old
the
balls.
child actor thing is weird because it's not those kids. I don't think were like, I want to be an actor. Maybe they had that idea, but it was totally pushed on by
Yeah,
their
dude.
parents.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
There's like-
any child actor, that's a weird thing because it's
yeah,
their
if you're
parents living
6 years
vicariously.
old, you're not forcing your parents to let you act in a
Yeah.
Hollywood blockbuster movie.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Dude, and they're like fetishized too, like by like directors and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They're preyed upon too, like even by actors too.
terrible.
Like,
Well,
as
that's the Nickelodeon thing.
Yep.
Who's that girl that played Black Widow and she's married to the guy on SNL?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. I saw a tape of her sending in an audition when she was like 6. She was a great actor. even when she was 6. Like her facial expressions and everything were unbelievably good.
She's a prodigy.
As a little like
prodigy.
6, as a little like 6-year-old girl, she had such good. She likes her face has subtitles in everything that she does.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. Her voice
Damn, that's impressive.
is so beautiful. Like, have you seen her?
I think everything about her is beautiful.
I've seen her, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Where it's basically like he falls in love with like his AI.
Do you know what year that is supposed to portray?
Probably like now, right?
2025.
Oh shit! I've never seen it. Is
It was
it
made
good
in
sci-fi?
2012. It's a
Wow.
great movie, man.
Wow.
And so you never see Scarlett Johansson throughout the entire thing. It's just her voice being played in the background
Oh.
because he's just talking to an AI thing
Sure.
with headphones in. And
They fuck at some point too.
well,
And it's like weird, dude. I have to close my eyes through it because it's just so fucking weird, dude.
they do a great job at making
bad.
it weird. So what happens in it is Scarlett Johansson is
He's like, I'm inside you, and she's like, oh, I feel it. I'm like, no, this isn't happening. This is crazy.
Scarlett Johansson gets a stand-in. The AI gets a stand-in human woman who wears a little thing on her head that has the voice of Scarlett Johansson in her head, and
that, like, gives her
Joaquin Phoenix is
directions,
listening
yeah.
to it. And so he's like, "Oh, hello," and she just stands there. And Scarlett Johansson comes in. She's like, "No, don't shake hands with her. This is me. Just treat her like me. This girl is just standing in for me." And he's like, "I don't think I can do this." She's like, "Stop, just."
Does that girl
a
have her
drink.
own thoughts and her own?
She's a human. Yeah, she's a
She's
human
human.
being paid as a
She
stand-in for
basically
the
got,
AI.
the AI basically got him like an escort.
Yeah. Who
Yeah.
pretended to be the AI.
Yeah.
And she was in on it too.
Yeah,
The
she just
human
had
girl
like the
was in on it.
earpiece and the connector on, and she was like just taking the command. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Wow.
totally in on it. But yeah, it's totally like
But
an
he
escort.
was such a gay cock. He was just like, oh, I can't do this.
Well, that would be weird. I mean, think if you're in a long-distance relationship and
Dude.
your girl pays for a stand-in
Yeah, that's
that you have
weird,
sex
dude.
with, and you have to pretend it's her.
I
and
don't know,
you're
man.
like,
I
on the
saw
phone
that
with her.
scene and I was like, gay,
Weird.
gay, 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 gay.
Wait. What's the fact that he wouldn't fuck? Did he not fuck her?
He didn't fuck her, dude.
No. Understandably so, I would say. He had no idea
So
who this
because
girl
of that,
was.
he's attracted to men now.
Yep.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's because she did something. I don't know what it was. She did something sexually to him that he was just like, no, I'm not into this. Whoa. And then she's like, I'm so sorry.
What was it? Did she get naked and like walk towards him? And he's like,
can't-
And she's like, Scarlett Johansson's like, no, it's me. Don't worry, it's me. And he's like, I know this isn't you.
Yeah, no, I don't
And
know.
she's like, it's me walking towards you. And he's like, and he like makes out with her for a little bit. And he's like, I know it's not you. And she's like, I don't have a body.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is me. It's really nice because it's like, what do you do in that situation? I saw an ad on Reddit
Don't
very
date
recently
an AI girl.
that it's $15.99 a month to get an AI girlfriend who they say is 92% human.
I saw that too. Yeah,
You saw it too?
Yeah.
A big ad for it on Reddit, which is a great place to advertise that.
Oh, totally.
Dude, an AI
Reaping
girlfriend.
in the business.
I would be interested if we all went in
There,
and got an AI girlfriend.
It's a very real thing. Like there's a guy that he's been married for a few years now, but he got addicted to the chat. Ooh, shit. All in my pants.
All right,
He
it'll
got
absorb
he
it.
addicted to the chat GPT, and he like basically just like he would whenever she would text him, he would run that shit by chat GPT before he responded back to his wife. It
Yeah.
just became that addicting to him
Yeah,
to the
there's some
point
people
where
that are like that.
he has now divorced his wife, and he is now fully like together with chat GPT.
Yeah, I mean, that's not super crazy. I think we should do that. I think that's what this podcast needs is we buy subscriptions to like AI girlfriends and rate them. I would like to do it with one of them. I'd like to see what it's like.
You think so?
They send you videos and they're all fake. Well, like, they're all AI. What does
Yeah.
fake mean?
That'd be weird.
Is AI fake? If an AI sends you a video of a
No,
girl
it's not
naked, is it fake?
No, it's a fake human.
It's a fake. It's not a
It's a bot.
it's a bot, but it's a real video of a naked woman. It's a real video of a naked woman.
Yeah.
It's not a real woman,
But
though.
it's not a real woman. But it's a real
No.
video of a naked
real
woman.
video of a naked AI woman.
It's a real video of a naked woman.
You know, you gotta respect the Amish. The Amish don't ever think about this shit.
I know,
There's not a day that goes by where the Amish are like,
And I think they're lesser off for it.
yeah,
I don't.
Dude, the Amish.
I think they're missing out.
The Amish are they're kind of kicking ass right now because of all the hurricane damage that occurred in Florida from last
Are
year.
they rebuilding houses?
They're
in, like,
rebuilding
an hour?
houses, dude, at like
Yeah.
an extreme level, like a
They're-
very impressive level.
They're crafty.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Crafty
they can build a
motherfuckers.
house in like a day.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a video where like there was like 80 Amish men and they lifted a barn off of its foundation
Yeah.
and moved it across the field.
They're like ants.
And they're like, this is a good place for it now, Jebediah. And they set it down.
yeah, yeah. I saw some Amish people on a plane ride.
Yeah.
Down to Texas. No,
Wait, aren't
back
they
from
not?
Texas.
Aren't they not supposed to be riding planes? Dude?
I'm confused.
I've seen them. I've seen them in
Have-
cars.
have-
I've seen them in trains.
have there been-
That's a certain
I've seen
type.
them on planes.
That's a certain type of Amish. I
It's,
forget what it's called.
Has there been like an amendment to the Amish Constitution?
There are some people that
Mennonites?
the Mennonites.
Mennonites,
Yes,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
yes, genius. Thank you.
So what's up? What do they stand for then?
They drive. They use electricity to a certain
So
extent.
they travel.
They do.
They travel. Mennonites are like 1920. Amish are like 1860.
Yep.
Okay.
So Amish will use certain things like Amish people use the radio.
I don't think so.
I think
Mennonites
electricity.
use
I
the
think
radio.
electricity is off limits.
Do
for
Mennonites?
Mennonites use the radio,
Amish.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Amish. I don't know. Thomas.
I swear.
I feel like
Who
they
invented the radio?
You know,
Edward.
Edward.
But when was the radio officially like invented? Was that like 1890s?
It was 1800. I think it's earlier than you think. I think it's like
Yeah.
1860.
I bet it
think
was
so?
18.
Shit.
Radio. First, I'm thinking like ham radio.
Because wasn't
just-
there just like was it just like coding before, like some level of like Morse code?
Morse code.
Like
I would say Morse code is radio.
tap 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 tap.
Well,
tap.
I mean, radio, all radio is radio frequency. That's
Okay.
all radio is, just radio frequencies being sent, and that's how
and
Morse.
received.
Well, but Morse code, you need a direct line for Morse code to work.
Okay.
You can't send Morse code. Can you send Morse code like over the air?
I think so.
Like now you can. I mean,
Yeah.
now you can call somebody and speak Morse code.
Yeah.
But back then, when Morse code was first being used, I think you needed a direct line for Morse code to work.
Isn't that what the telegraph was invented for back then? Right? Isn't that what they used it for?
Did the telegraph go through a line though, or was it radio?
I think so.
I feel the
Went through a
telegraph
line.
definitely went through a line.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did they lay that fucking line?
Look at the train tracks throughout the United States, man.
Wow.
Look at look at electrical poles.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
everywhere. Look at roads.
It's endless.
Sometimes I feel like we are living in a simulation that started like not that long ago, because how is all this infrastructure existing?
and it just
It's-
is. Yeah.
It just
I know.
is like, and I don't know
Well,
too much
you've
about
done
like,
highway work, so you know to an
Oh.
extent how it works.
A little bit, but dude, I maintained highways. I didn't fucking build them from scratch.
Yeah.
I think we were just created in like, I think the world was created in probably like 1982,
Yeah.
and just everything, it was all like pre-built. I truly
Everything
think that
was on a
'cause-
grid.
Yeah, because how did railroads come about? That's so crazy. Railroads everywhere.
Well, the locomotive, dude, expanding west, shipping of goods. Cities were built on the railroad.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why Chicago's so big. Because one, it's on the water, and two, it's a
Railroad.
huge railroad hub.
Yeah.
Fargo, big railroad
Huge railroad hub.
town. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, the telegraph, things like that, early communication is pretty interesting. I read this sci-fi book, and it was about how do you communicate over light years? And are you guys familiar with like quantum entanglement?
Yeah.
Like if there's an up quark here, there could be an up quark
And
3
and-
light
and
years away.
flipping one, they're entangled. So flipping one immediately, instantly
Yep.
affects
Yep.
the other one without
Instantly.
having to, and then you can send information.
You could
that
send
way.
basically Morse code.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it would basically be like up quark, down quark,
Sure.
up, down. It would just be Morse code again.
And if you
Yep.
scale that up, I mean, that's how computers work, pretty much. Ones and zeros.
binary, yeah.
Binary, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a retard and I don't read it like as often as I should. But I have seen like you guys have seen Interstellar, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
I watch lots of movies, so I mean, yeah, but
Pretty
like,
much the same.
But
I
you know what I
mean,
mean? Like
pretty much the
Interstellar when
same,
when he's got those Skype messages from like his kids back
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his son, he's communicating, and like by the time he got the message back from his son, it was like light years away,
Yeah.
and his son had aged like in like what 15 years by then. Like he was like a grown ass man with a kid.
And that was after they got into the time warp from the higher gravity on that
Yes,
planet.
yep, on
Yeah.
that one planet.
And
Yep.
every second there was like
7 years.
something insane.
I think it was every minute was, I think, A couple of years.
Yeah, something insane.
Yeah, something like that, which is insane.
Yeah, that whole time thing is very confusing. Like the more gravity there is, it distorts time.
Yeah.
And that's why like Einstein has the theory of like there's the fabric of space-time. It's not like there's space and there's time.
Yeah,
there's
it's
just space-time.
interconnected, yep.
And so like if you there's that thing that they always do on like some science channels where like they'll drop a bowling ball in a tightly pulled sheet and it
Yes.
like pulls it down.
Yes.
So that's not just space being bent by a black hole, by a planet. That's space time being warped by a black hole, by anything with a large amount of gravity.
And it's impossible for us to fully grasp what that means on a time scale because we exist within time. We can't pull ourselves outside of time and look down at it
Yeah.
because we're within it.
Yeah.
It's such a trip.
It's an interesting thing too. So like the Greek gods. So like Kronos killed Uranus, the sky, and he buried him down deep into the earth. And Kronos was like, "Yeah, bitch, you are buried so deep into the earth, nobody would ever dig you up. All your malice, all your shitty attitudes. Who would ever dig up something like Uranus from the ground? Who would ever dig up all this like rage and destruction from the ground? Do you know what we get from Uranus? Uranium." And so that's like, I think that's an interesting thing. So we dig up uranium and make fucking nuclear bombs. So then Zeus, when he takes out Kronos, his father, do you know what Kronos' curse was?
What?
Measure out time till the end of it. So Kronos, the chronometer, like the Kronos being
Yeah.
time.
Holy
His curse
shit.
was to measure out the infinitesimally small increment of time marching forward until the end of
Oh
it.
my god.
That is a curse, brother.
My punch clock at work is Kronos.
Yeah.
Time clock, yeah.
Dude, and that's
wow,
who Zeus
blow
took
my
out.
mind.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And
Yeah.
that was his he was cursed with was measuring out time.
To measure out the tiny increment, the slow march of time until the end of it. And that Kronos became not an entity anymore, but he became a fundamental structure of existence.
Well,
And
yeah,
then-
because he's
Kind of became
because
like
he's-
Father Time.
Yeah, because he's entangled with time.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Kronos was a badass. And like Father Time? That's
Yes.
Kronos. That's so like
He's Father. Wow.
throughout time
Wow.
from the Greeks. That's where we get Father Time. That's Kronos. So like his sickle turned into a staff.
That is incredible.
It's a good curse. It's a good curse to give somebody that. And then like during
It's maddening.
during the Titanomachy, so like when the gods fought the Titans, another one who was given a really nice curse, everybody knows this, Atlas, to hold up the earth.
Yes.
So he was there to separate. So when Kronos sent Uranus into the deepest parts of the earth, you then need somebody to keep the sky away from Gaia, the earth. So he sent Atlas up into the mountains to hold the sky from the earth. Because it's kind of confusing. They're like in love with each other and they want to get back together. So he holds them apart. So that's why like in Atlas, like a map.
yeah,
That's
wow.
when you see him like holding up the earth. And he didn't hold up the earth. He held up the sky from the earth, but it became him holding up the earth. We've as much as the Romans have bastardized kind of the Greek idea of things, throughout time we've kind of bastardized the whole idea of these things.
God, you blew my mind there with the Kronos thing.
Yeah, dude, what a crazy curse.
Wow.
Dude, yeah, just count out each tiny moment. until
Well, and
the end.
also like how I've been looking at the word Kronos on my punch clock every day at work, and how it makes perfect sense.
You're
It comes from-
you're like, where does that name originate from?
I never thought twice about it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the beautiful painting Kronos consuming his children? And it might be changed to his Romanized
I think
name.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and it's this mad expression of this man like ripping apart. You can see the legs of
It's kind of like some
an
Attack
entity,
on Titans
and
type
he
shit.
looks nuts.
Mhm.
Can I pull it up? Is that
Yeah,
will
pull
that
it
throw
up, pull it
up
Okay,
right here.
that is a beautiful on the. Oh,
No, just pull it up in the ether here.
It's
Oh, yeah,
gonna go-
I'll
it's gonna
pull
go right there.
So, yeah,
Wow.
But
Oh,
you can show us right now.
wow.
I wonder if the Romanized is Saturn consuming his young, but
Yeah.
I'll just type in Kronos consuming his young. Kronos consuming. So interesting thing about this painting, a guy painted it who was in World War I. This guy comes back from World War I. He's like, I need to try to show some of the insanity of war. I need to try to like show people how fucking not good war is. So he kind of lost his mind, and this painting was found on his walls. He painted on all of his walls. He
Ew.
eventually just died in his house while painting. all
That's
these things.
sick.
It's
Yeah, I knew a
creepy.
guy who used to write poetry on his walls.
Yeah, in front of his toilet too, right?
Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
okay.
boy. Oh, Lord.
Oh, daddy. Okay, so I love this painting so much.
Wow.
Doesn't it? I mean, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see the insanity of it.
Mm-mm.
You can see like
Wow.
yeah, you can see the insanity in his eyes. So after Kronos, so Kronos is
That's horrifying.
horrifying, man. It's so
the
good.
eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it's pure insanity. So Gaia, the Earth, came to all of her little Titan babies, and she's like, "Children, I need somebody to kill Uranus because he
Oh yeah,
he
I've
sucks.
seen it before.
He sucks." So finally, she like goes to Oceanus. She goes to all of her Titan kids, and they're all like, "Nah." And finally, she goes to Tartarus, which is like this deep part of Earth. So if you drop an anvil from heaven, it'll take 8 days from the anvil to go from heaven to the Earth. If you drop an anvil from the Earth, it'll take another 8 days to hit Tartarus. So the heaven is as far away from Earth as we are to Tartarus. That's where Kronos liked to hang out. So Gaia went to him, and she's like, "Baby, I need you to kill your dad." And he's like, "I'll do it." And she's like, "Okay, here's a sickle, a scythe, whatever." And she gives it to him, and he castrates Uranus. And in castrating him, his genitals get thrown to the sea, and from the foam comes Aphrodite. And then there's that other beautiful painting of Aphrodite coming from the sea on a clam or an oyster. You guys have probably seen that painting
Yep.
too. Beautiful painting. And Uranus, after being gelded by his own son, said, "I curse you that a son of yours will do to you what you did to me." So Kronos is like, "That's not going to happen, Daddy." And so what Kronos does is every child that he has with his sister bride, he consumes it. So he has, I think, 6 kids. And then the last child, the wife is like, "I think if I give birth to this kid, he's also going to eat it. And I'm sick of my hubby eating my children." So she gives him a rock instead. And he eats that. And he's like, "Very good. No more kids to dethrone me." And that was Zeus. And she actually hides Zeus away. Zeus gets strong, and finally...
That was Zeus.
Yeah, and that was Zeus, and he finally kills Kronos. But it happens because Uranus curses Kronos to have this happen. And then it goes forward with Zeus is also kind of cursed, that through the creation of Zeus, he will be dethroned by one of his creations. So what does Zeus create?
So the curse is genetic?
The curse is passed on because you're not supposed to kill your dad. You shouldn't kill your dad. It's kind of like it's a bad thing to do.
But that was what Zeus was destined to do, based on the original curse, right? Was to
yeah, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Interesting. It was his fate. It was his, what do they call it? His telos to do it. He had. That's very interesting. Did he have a choice?
he didn't have a choice because that was the original curse.
Yeah, any of us have a choice in the matter. And so Zeus is then kind of cursed by Kronos that one of his creations will kill him. So one day, Zeus not really thinking about it. He's out of his mind. He goes to a friend of his, Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
And Prometheus is a Titan, but Prometheus fought with the gods during the Titanomachy. And Zeus is like, "Prometheus, my friend, we need more to do. I feel lonely." He's like, "Oh, but you have Hera, your wife." He's like, "Yeah, I know, but I want more. Let's create something. Let's make people. Let's people the earth." So Prometheus goes and makes people out of soil, and Zeus spits into the soil. Athena comes and breathes life into the men. That's what gives us our logic. And these people the earth. And Zeus is like, "Prometheus, my one commandment, do not give them fire." And Prometheus is like, "What? Why? We need to give them something. They need to have something." And Zeus is like, "I tell you, you will not give them fire." Prometheus goes and lives among them. And fire to these Greeks was not fire. Fire was to my understanding, fire was the knowledge of the gods. It's the genesis, it's the knowledge of good and evil. It's knowledge. It's that little thing.
It's like the tree of knowledge that God didn't want Adam and Eve to have.
Exactly.
Same essence.
It's that thing that separates humans
Yes.
from animals.
Yes.
It's that
Yep.
thing. And Zeus says, "Prometheus, you will not give them the fire. Prometheus eventually goes and he steals the fire from Mount Olympus, and he goes back down to man, and he gives them this fire. Zeus sees this, and he says, I see the creation that will dethrone me now. Prometheus, I will kill you. And a god comes to him and says, stay your hand. Don't do it yet. I understand that you should kill Prometheus for this, but stay your hand. Don't
Which
do it
god?
yet. It's a little bit tough. So if I'm going back, it was Jesus.
Jesus Christ comes to Zeus.
Christ.
To be highly accurate, it wasn't a god. It was a titan who melded with Zeus and became a form of his consciousness.
Oh wow!
The Holy Spirit.
It was the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit.
It was a titan
Gotcha.
who lived within his mind. And so Zeus says, "Okay, so what should I do?" And she's like,
This is a Christian podcast. I only understand
Yeah, it is.
Christian terms.
so she talks to Zeus and she's like, create something that will tempt him. Give him, sow the seeds so he can create his own destruction. What do they create? Something that we've all heard of.
Boobs.
Boobs. A beautiful
Just spelt out on a fucking graphing calculator.
80085. Zeus, through the help of Aphrodite, who does not have love, who is love. Athena, who is logic, makes this beautiful single woman. Do you know what they name her? Pandora.
Oh.
They send Pandora.
Nice. That music app.
Yeah, the music app.
Yeah.
They send Pandora
The
down
box.
to Earth, and they give her a box. And so, a big, warm, big,
Big, nice, tight,
hard to
And
open,
Pandora went
like
dark.
hard to
she appeared
obtain.
before him and she was like, now playing
Irresistible
Dance with the
box.
Devil by Immortal Technique. Do, 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 do.
So Pandora goes down
with her box.
with her tight, warm, given from the gods box.
Playlist.
Box. And she meets Prometheus, and he sees her demure attitude. He sees the kindness, the intelligence,
Mhm.
the beauty in her. And he
box.
says, damn, come stay with me.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So they get together. They live together among the humans. And Prometheus is like, I gave these guys fire. I know Zeus is trying to kill me. I have a hot girl. Things don't matter that much now. I'm kind of happy. They're together for a while. And eventually Pandora's like, these gods gave me a box. I want to see what's inside the box. Eventually, it overtakes her. She opens the box. The evils of the world come out. Kind of, again, like Genesis. You have the tree of good and evil.
Yeah.
And you take from the knowledge of the tree, the one thing that God, Zeus being fired, God being the tree of good and evil, and humans bite from it and get
Yep.
that fire, that thing that separates us from animals, that gives us dominion of the world. And
Can I get an amen?
can I get an amen? And so Pandora releases these evils, and the last thing that comes out is like the good thing, and that's hope. And so
Oh.
then Zeus comes down, and he says, Prometheus, come with me. Prometheus does not put up a fight. He said, I knew this day was coming. Prometheus, I loved you like a brother. Do not make me drag you. Prometheus says, I come willingly. They walk to a huge stone. Zeus snaps his finger, and 2 eagles come into the sky and fly around. And he looks at Prometheus, and he said, I'm going to chain you to this stone. And every day, these eagles are going to fly down, and they're going to eat your liver. Prometheus says, I do not regret what I have done. I have gave these men the very wisdom and power to dethrone you, Zeus. And Zeus says, you do not deserve eagles. And he gave him vultures. And every day they come down and eat his liver. Eventually Hercules.
How big is this dude's liver? If he does that every day.
he's a Titan, so he's always healing from it.
They got him hung up
Oh.
like they did with Christ. They got him like put up on a tied up to like a pillar of some sort.
Prometheus is a Christ character in the.
I
in
played
Greek
God of
myth.
War. At some point in the game, you approach this giant eagle or this giant vulture that's just gnawing at this dude's like liver, and it's literally just like his raw insides.
Yeah, the Greeks looked
cool
at the
part of the
liver
game.
as the seat of the soul, which is kind of
Yeah.
interesting. So I'm not going to remember it now, but the medical term for liver, which is hepatic. If you look up the meaning of hepatic, it has Greek roots in soul, in life. And so the story. This is all Greek mythology, but finally Hercules frees him from his bonds and all this. And I believe that Prometheus dies from Hercules. I wonder if Hercules kills him. But yeah. Interesting story, man.
Yeah.
Interesting story because these religions that we have, they touch on very similar things. It's like there's one story and everybody has their own little flavors of it. I mean, look at like
Right.
the Hindu idea, and we have is it Vishnu who is
Yes.
dreaming, who has poured his spirit out into everything. So that's why like people will say like, oh, Hindus just everything's a god to them. Well, yes and no. It's not like they just worship a rat as like, oh, that is God rat. No, everything is just a part of God.
Yeah.
So that's why there's endless gods, because everything is just a part of God, a little fractal of the thing that is
Sure.
dreaming, that has created us all.
Incredible. What a story, bro.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice
wow.
story, man. Yeah.
Dude, I wish I had your knowledge retention, man. Holy shit. That is fantastic.
Dude, my knowledge
Dude.
retention is tough because I can remember a story like that, and I can tell a story like that, but I couldn't tell you. Like, I can't remember the name of like anything. Like, if you ask me the name of a thing, if you ask me the name of an actor or something, I have no idea.
That's good, man. Dude, Greek mythology has always been super fascinating for me.
Yeah,
And the fact that, I mean, honestly, that we all fully believe that they just came up with this stuff out of nowhere, right? Someone did. Not out of nowhere, but they attributed things and they took some mushrooms at some point.
I think so,
and
yeah.
and like started making connections where there
Some
really
dude
wasn't
in
something there.
some white togas just
Yeah,
got real
yeah.
fucking crazy.
It
one
is
night.
interesting, though, that a lot of it has like the same essence of the story for all different religions,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the three biggest religions on earth; they're all Abrahamic religions.
Yeah.
And okay, so I don't know where this is going to go exactly, but I would like to talk about it. So, like, okay, so we have the Abrahamic religion. So we have like Judaism, the religion of Islam, and Christianity.
Mhm.
So, who is the central patriarch of all of these? Abraham. And what's the story of Abraham?
Abraham. Didn't he have? Is this the story of like the God told Abraham to take one of his sons? I believe it's Ishmael. To a mount.
Isaac.
Is it Isaac?
Mhm.
Did he have another son named Ishmael though?
Mhm.
So he had two sons.
By his maidservant.
So what was it? Did
God came to Abraham.
Yeah.
And Abraham was a devout follower of God. And God told Abraham, through your line, I will create a powerful nation. And Abraham said, okay, that sounds good. Years went by. Abraham aged. And finally, is his wife's name Sarah? Is
I don't
Sarah
know.
his wife?
I think so.
I think
Sounds
his
right.
wife's name is Sarah, and she's old at this point, and she's like, Abe, listen, brother, we're getting kind of old. My eggs are getting kind of dusty, and so I have this maidservant, and I think God's right for sure, but let's hedge our bets. What about you have a child with our maidservant, and then we'll enact God's will that way, and through that child, we'll have a great nation.
Okay.
And so he's like, have sex with my hot-ass maidservant? Okay, yeah, I mean, fine. In the name of God.
he's like, if I have to.
If I have to, if my wife and God wants it, I guess I'll have sex with my maidservant. He has sex with his maidservant. They bear a child named Ishmael. And Ishmael's cool. Ishmael's whatever. Not much is said about him in the Christian text. I wonder if there's more said about him in the Quran.
I haven't read it.
Okay. So I wonder if there is more said about Ishmael in the Quran.
Haven't given enough shits to read it.
And so
My dad gave me this very, very nice copy, and it's sitting downstairs in my basement.
you should read it.
I should read
You should
it.
look out. You should control F on that thing and figure out what Ishmael's
I
doing.
should, but Every day I walk by and I'm just like, yep, maybe someday, and I just give it a little pat.
Yeah, I've heard it's like very poetic and very like you can almost like sing the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
My dad just always says, keep it elevated, keep nothing on top of it. He always says.
Yeah, they say that about the Bible too.
Yeah, he says the same thing about because he gave me a copy of the Bible too.
Yeah,
My dad's very like open minded when it comes to that sort of stuff.
that's cool.
Except I don't think he's read the Torah.
Yeah, well, the Torah is largely just the Old Testament.
Right.
Yeah. Is
So,
it?
I mean, if he's read parts of the Bible, that he's largely read the Torah.
Okay.
The Torah does include like the Mishra, and the Torah does include the Mishra. The Torah, the Jewish faith also includes in their sacred text the Mishra, which is like just another canonical book that they look at as like part of their tradition.
Yep.
But okay, so Ishmael's born. Ishmael's fine. Eventually, Abe and his wife are boning, and she misses her period. And Abe's like, "Holy shit, you might be pregnant." And she's like, "Holy
She
shit!"
got the clear blue test that they went to the Walgreens down the street.
Yeah,
and-
He took a blue chew.
Yep.
And, yeah,
The plan B didn't work.
plan B didn't
Too
work.
late.
yeah.
Yep.
And in the Bible, they're like 70 at this point.
Yep.
So she gets pregnant and she bears a child, Isaac. God comes down to Abraham when Isaac is whatever, like 16, and God says, "I have given you the son. I need you to go up to this big stone." And what do Muslims face when they pray?
East. Yep.
Which is
That's where the Kaaba was built. So at some point, Abraham built this house that he dedicated to God, and that's located in Saudi Arabia.
with stone that he was going to
Yeah,
sacrifice.
there's this big ass stone.
Yeah.
It's a black stone, right?
Near Mecca, or in Mecca.
Yeah, the stone is inside the house.
Yeah,
And
in Mecca.
and you can touch it.
Yeah. So this is the stone that supposedly. So let me back up a little bit. So an angel or God comes to Abraham and he's like, "You have this son, so sick. God told you that you would. Kill him." Abe is like,
Kind of like a sacrificial lamb.
yeah, he's like, "If you truly follow me and you trust me, kill him." So he's like, "Holy shit." Well, okay. Yeah, okay. And so he's like, Isaac, wake up, buddy. We gotta, come here. Get up, get the fuck up, come here. And they take a hike to a stone. He lays Isaac down on it. He's like, "Isaac, buddy, listen. God came to me and said that I need to sacrifice you to show my faith." And Isaac said, "Okay, well, holy shit. Okay, I mean, are we for sure on that? Are
Like,
we,
Dad, have you gotten into the fucking liquor again?
I know you like to drink wine, so are
This
we?
happened like last weekend too.
It's like the third time we've done this." And so he takes a knife and he is going to kill his son, who was promised to him to start
Oh
this
shit,
great
Dad!
nation.
Serious this time. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. He takes the knife, raises it up to sacrificially kill Isaac, and an angel comes and stays his hand. And he says, "Holy shit, you were actually going to do it." Oh my God.
Dude, we were just fucking with you, dude.
Dude, holy shit, don't do that. That's
it's
insane.
the impractical jokers guys behind the scenes.
Yeah. Dude, there's a camera back there. This is crazy. Yeah.
We were fucking with you, dude.
So exactly. So Abe is told this.
Murr, get over here, you son of a bitch.
All right. Now kill your son.
Oh fuck. Dude, he fucking did it.
He was gonna do it. Did you see that?
Oh, fuck.
You were supposed to stop him. No, you were supposed to stop him.
Didn't think he'd fucking do it.
Oh fuck.
Holy shit, he killed him. And so his hand gets stayed, and God's like, "Holy shit, holy shit, I'll take you."
I totally thought you were a pussy, but
Yeah.
turns out you're not a fucking pussy, dude.
Big ride or die. So then he goes back and he talks to his wife and he's like, "I think God was right, and Ishmael is now kind of a little hiccup in this whole plan." So he tells his maidservant and Ishmael to go walk in the desert. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I got you some bread and here's like a glass of water. Go walk in the desert that way." And through the line of Isaac, you have like they begot according to the Torah, the 12 tribes of Israel eventually. And so that's what started like the Jewish religion, culture, race, whatever it is. I'm still a little fuzzy on exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But that's what started the religion, culture, race. And then Ishmael is a bigger figure in the Islamic tradition,
Okay.
as I understand. So
I wouldn't know. I guess I'll look into it.
yeah, man. Is it like, what does that story mean?
I'll get back to you on that. Well, there's meaningless stories like in the Bible.
There's meaningless stories, but every major religion on earth, well, the big three, Judaism, Christianity, and the Muslims, all are called Abrahamic religions.
Yeah.
And that's what this dude was doing.
It's very weird.
That story has to mean something deeper. Is it just like have faith in God?
I think so.
That's it, huh?
Trust in thine Lord.
And
Kill
then
thy
kill your son, yeah.
son.
That's the motto.
Do it.
That's the motto, baby.
I think we're at time if you want to.
Kill your son.
That's right.
Wait, really? Really?
Oh yeah. Probably more.
That was just story hour then.
Dude, I
Story
have
hour.
fucking swamp nuts right now. We
Stories
should take
with-
a break
stories
here.
With Joseph.
I think we can end
Kill
it
your
here.
son.
All right, let's take a break. All
Kill
right,
your son.
sounds good.
Kill your son.
All right, see you, babies.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. Cool.
Dude, you were.
The inside.
For clothes that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener.